I've been saying on every comedian, like, this comedian's a great friend of mine. I'm a very likable guy, I don't know what to tell y'all. And the next comedian is a great friend of mine. He comes from the North Shore of Baton Rouge. A very funny guy. Trust me, you're going to love this. Give it up for Josh Watts. Yeah!
We got kids right here in the front row. I like it. How are we doing, Lafayette? It's like a 2-hour drive to get here for me. On the way here, I took an edible. I took 3 edibles. And I washed them down with a Pedialyte. Got on the other side of the spillway. And I looked down at that bottle and I thought, this is the best Pedialyte I've ever had in my entire life. I've been dehydrated for 43 years here. I don't get to do edibles a lot. I'm a stay-at-home father. I got to keep that dad edge sharp. The last time I ate an edible, I dropped my children off at school. They're safe for 8 hours. I went home, turned on Law and Order, and popped a gummy on my mouth that I said was melatonin. I knew it wasn't melatonin. And then all the weather alerts started going off. My wife texted me and she said, the weather is terrible. You have to go get the kids right now. And I said, I got this. That pause was in there too, the whole thing. Nodded for 45 seconds first. Before you worry about my children, I drove safer than anybody's ever driven in the history of the world. I went 25 below the speed limit. I wasn't even moving in the school zone, I was just parked. They said, you need to move along, so I said, I'm being safe. Thank you. I got them home. I got them home safe and alive in one piece. They were my children. I checked 3 times. I had to check 3 times. I get them home. I nailed it. I text my wife. Kids are home. Hit send. Throw the phone on the bed. Going to go read to the kids. Bathe them. Feed them. We're going to connect. Going to put them to bed. I'm going to do their homework. They go to bed. 2.5 hours later, I decide to go into the bedroom to get my phone. It is not on the bed where I had left it. It is over here on the floor. When I go over and pick it up, I realize it has vibrated itself off of the bed onto the floor because I have missed over 20 phone calls and 40-something texts. Because my dad edge dulled by the edible, when I texted, kids are home, the phone autocorrected to, kids are gone. And then just not answer for 2.5 hours. I live on the edge. That's crazy talk. I trimmed my beard the other day for the first time since COVID. My children were very honest about it. My 5-year-old told me I look like a mean PE coach. My daughter, being as sweet as she could be, she took my hand, which then you know it's bad. She took my hand and she said, you know what, Daddy? Your personality is still the same. And that's what matters. And I was like, it's not at all. My wife hasn't talked to me for 2 weeks. She won't have anything to do with me until it grows back. Pedialyte. I am born and raised in a little town outside of Baton Rouge. You might have heard of it. It's called Denham Springs, Louisiana. If you haven't heard of it, you can Google it after the show. It's spelled just like it sounds, DENKKKHAM Springs. I did that joke in Denham,
They did not like it.
and a guy in the back of the bar yelled at me with his entire heart and soul.
Hey, that's not how you spell it.
That man had a pillowcase he had cut eye holes into on his head, though, so maybe sit this one out, Mayor. I don't give a shit. I'll fight him. Tell him who's the mayor of Denham. I'll fight him. Tell him I don't care. A couple years ago, I was asked to perform in a talent show called Baton Rouge's Got Talent. It's just like America's Got Talent, except it's in Baton Rouge. Comedians don't ever win those things, no matter how good we are. I'm good. Comedians don't win. I know, there's going to be some magician, some dummy's going to come out and juggle or something, and everybody's going to go crazy and forget about it. They're going to win. But I said yes because I get to talk to people from a stage, so I was in. Now, I don't want to bring Jesus into this theater tonight, but by God's will be done, I made it to the finals of Baton Rouge's Got Talent that night. And this is where you hold for the applause break. Wait, is it recording? No. And it was me and one other finalist, a country singer named Garrett. And they separated us on either side of the stage because they knew I was going to bully him first chance I got. I couldn't wait. I had no idea, no hope of winning this. But then in the green room, before we went up, they walked into the back and they said, here's the trophy that you can win if you win first place. And they brought out, I'm not kidding you, it was a $12.99 trophy from Hobby Lobby that still had the price tag on it. When the lady walked in, she took it out of a Hobby Lobby bag and showed it to me. Now, I have fought my life going into Hobby Lobby every day since we've met. But when he pulled that trophy out, there's no way I'm not leaving with that trophy tonight. Even if I don't win it, I'm going to take it home in a street fight. I have children. I'll never show my face again if I don't win this trophy now. So we go back there, I'm fired up. I'm in the corner, I'm thinking of all the best jokes I have about my kids pooping themselves. I'm going to kill it. And then the MC walks out. And he says, ladies and gentlemen, this first finalist is not only a local hero and firefighter, he's also a great country singer. Give it up for Garrett! And everybody went crazy, and he came out. He had a sleeveless flag, American flag shirt that he cut the sleeves off of. Their jeggings, he put a Wrangler patch on them, but I don't believe Wrangler makes jeans that tight for an adult man. You'll never make me believe that. He came out, he stood on the end of the stage, and he sang that song that Toby Keith wrote about kicking a dog over 9/11 or whatever it was about. The entire Manship Theater splashed like the front row of a Magic Mike show. I'm sorry, I hate to bring it up. It was disgusting for me too. I'm back here, I'm waiting to tell jokes about my kids pooping, and now I have to deal with this. There's no way I'm going to win. Boom, here it is though. I have a trick. I have ace up my sleeve. This guy is a local hero and firefighter. Well, I'm a disabled veteran. I don't like to pull that card out. I've only used it once. Because I don't know if you know this. If you are, they give you a license plate. You can just do whatever you want. It's in the name of freedom. Nobody stops you. Nobody says anything. It doesn't matter. If you want to go to the grocery store, you just drive to the manager's house and he has to get out and take you. Or what? Do you love ISIS, Ross? Is that what it is? Get in the fucking car and take me. Now, Captain America outranks the fire dog from Paw Patrol in my mind. So I'm like, if this MC says the same thing about me, there's no way they're not going to be on my side. So I called him over and I said, hey, I need you to do me a favor. And he said, what's that? And I said, I need you to set me up just like you did that guy right there, okay? And he goes, what do you need? I said, I'm a disabled veteran. And he looked confused. And I said,
Disabled, veteran, Captain America, hero, and whatever you want to say, but you say it real loud to all of them.
And That man gave me a thumbs up. And just instinct, because I'm an idiot, I was just giving him a thumbs up too. All right. But I knew that our thumbs up didn't mean the same thing. I knew we're not on the same page. Then Garrett gets done singing his whatever he was doing. He comes off, they're fanning women, people's moms have fainted in the crowd, it's ridiculous. The guy says, "Are you ready?" And he walks over to the edge of the stage. I gave him a thumbs up, and then he gave me another thumbs up. And then I knew for sure that we were not on the same page. And then he said, "Ladies and gentlemen, please give it up for your next finalist. He wanted me to tell you all that he is retarded. Give it up for Josh Watts!" It's not what I said. I did that for 3.5 minutes. No, what he hurt, I didn't win that night. I did get a standing ovation because they were like, "This kid is a make-a-wish. It has to be. He's dying." That's what it is. He's dying. You better clap. I tell you what, though, I did learn a valuable lesson that night, and it's never to judge a book by its cover or its very tight Wrangler jeggings. Because I didn't think Garrett was a hero at all. But it turns out at the end of the show, when he saw how sad I was, he was a hero. Because he gave me that trophy later that night. Because he left his truck unlocked in the parking lot of the Raising Cane's. That trophy is on my mantle in my living room. My kids are going to tell their grandkids because I'm never going to do anything else. They'll never know. They'll never know the truth. Are we having fun? I have 2 children that I birthed by myself. We've been potty training the youngest one, my son. Anybody in here potty trained a child? Yep. You heard that excitement? Potty training a child is God's way of seeing how bad you really wanted that little miracle you prayed for so long. My son, nailing it. He's gotten shitting down. He's nailing it. We had to go get some more pull-ups, so I had to take him to the store. And he asked me on the way to the store, he said, "Dad, can I pick out my own pull-ups?" And I said, "You sure can." 1, I wanted to feel good about his choices. 2, I don't care. So we get to the store. He runs down the aisle. He grabs a pair of My Little Pony pull-ups. And he holds them up over his head and he says, "I'm getting these!" Yeah, you are. That works, bud. Let's go. So, we're going to check out. Now listen, he loves My Little Pony because he has an older sister that loves My Little Pony. We've read every My Little Pony book. We've watched every My Little Pony movie. We've listened to every My Little Pony CD very, very loud in the car. Imagine you're at a red light with your family and children that you want to protect and love very much. And a dude that looks like me pulls up next to you with his windows down and My Little Pony playing as loud as it possibly can. If you have an Android phone, it automatically sends an Amber Alert. iPhone doesn't pay me yet, so. So I told him, "Yeah, get the My Little Ponies, let's go." So he runs down to the aisle, we get in line, and he throws them up on the register. And I see the cashier, who at first glance, this is important, at first glance, regular lady. She looks at the pull-ups, she looks at my son, and then she looks confused. And then she looks at the pull-ups again, and I know right now she's about to ruin my entire day. It's a numbers game every time you walk into Walmart. 97.6% chance an employee is going to fuck up your whole week. It's a numbers game. I played it. It's my turn. They get down to the end, and I see this lady. She looks at the pull-ups, and she says, "Oh, are these for you, honey?" Now, I'll be honest with you. We've raised my son very bougie. He did not like that a Walmart person talked to him right away. He's from Mandeville. He did not. After he got over the shock, though, he looked right in her face and he said, "Those are for mine. Those are for me, because I'm a big boy." He said it with whole heart and chest. Yeah, I was really proud of him. And then that lady, who right at that moment also I started to realize she smells like sulfur. She looks at the pull-ups and she says, "Oh, baby, those are just for little girls." Now, I'm not as liberal as these skinny jeans made you think when I walked out here. I just have great legs. I wanted y'all to see them. But my son has never in his entire life heard the phrase, "That's just for little girls." Because he has a big sister. Everything that kid has ever put on his body is a hand-me-down. If he finds out stuff is made just for little girls, he's going to start wondering about the sleeveless Elsa dress he has on right now. That his daddy told him was specifically made to show off his chicken nugget biceps. She says that to him, and instantly snot comes out of it. He's just already hard. And I am more angry than I've ever been in my life. The Livingston Parish in me was like, "You got to kill her. She shamed you in front of your son. Go get your hunting rifle out the back of your truck. You got to take her out." That's what has to happen. He has to watch. The boy has to watch. But because I am one of the greatest dads that's ever walked the face of this earth, in that moment, I pushed my rage back because I realized it's more important that I make my son feel better about his underwear choices than I make a Walmart cashier feel worse about her Tuesday morning already. So I looked at my son and I said, "No, buddy, those are underwear for anybody that likes My Little Pony." And he said, "Oh, okay." Done. That was it. I'm still furious. I've been slamming the same bag of beef jerky on the register for a good 5 minutes now. Didn't even realize it, just staring at the lady. She had horns. I didn't see it until after she said that. She had horns. She must file them down to hide them a little bit. But I've nailed it. My son is happy. He knows those are for anybody like My Little Pony. He feels good. But here's where me being such a good person is sometimes a handicap. Because maybe she didn't realize what she just did was the most evil thing that anybody's ever done in the history of the world, and she was going to ruin my entire life. Maybe she didn't know. Maybe I could protect someone else from suffering this exact same fate if I kindly tell her. That's what the Bible wanted me to do. Tell her the error of her ways. So I put on my kindliest face. It's this. You wouldn't sit on the same pew as me, but if I sat down, you'd wait 5 minutes before you got up. So I'll take that. And then as we're getting ready to leave, I'm going to pass on the good word to this lady. I'm pushing my son up ahead. I don't want to make a scene. And I leaned over and I said,
"It's not like it matters. He's just gonna shit in him anyway, lady."
I nailed it. I don't know. Jesus, I nailed it. I'm strutting out of there. I'm like, man, when I tell my wife how much I just nailed it, she's going to be 7 months pregnant already with the next one. We're going to have to lock these two up in a closet to make a third one. I know how this works. Livingston Parish Public School Board taught me. I know what's going on. We're getting home. I'm pulling off my Bigfoot air freshener. I'm rubbing it under my arms. I'm going to smell like Rougarou and weed. We're walking in the house. I'm strutting. I'm reaching under my belt, underneath my gut to undo my magnetic belt. And my wife says, "How'd it go?" And I'm about to tell her how it went. Right before I can tell her, my son runs in the room wearing only the My Little Pony pull-ups. And he tells her,
"I bought girl underwear, but it's okay because I was just gonna shit in him anyway. That's what Daddy said."
and then he just walked up the stairs and left me standing there. I had my skinny jeans around, my skank ankles for nothing. He just lived his life like he didn't do that to me. Do I have time to tell you one more? I do. I'm going to tell you one more. Whenever you start potty training one child, sometimes the older child gets a little jealous. They regress a little bit because of the extra attention. Keep that in mind. The other night, both my kids are home. Wife goes to work. She has a real job that pays for the bills. The kids are upstairs playing. I turn on Law and Order. Watching Law and Order. I'm a good 15 minutes in. I already know who did it. My daughter runs to the edge of the stairs and yells down at me.
Hey, Dad. I just wanted you to know. In case you were worried, I wanted you to know that there's no poop up here.
I didn't even think that there might be. I'm suspicious now. Then why did you say that? And there's a pause that's too long.
I just wanted you. I drew a picture for you. It's on the table. You should go look. I love you.
Now, I'm not a lawyer, but I know enough that if I don't go physically check up these stairs, CPS will take my children. Probably the dogs too. Definitely the kids if they find out which one of those I'm more upset about them taking. As I turn up the stairs, my daughter is standing at the edge, and my son, my beautiful, handsome baby boy, who, 45 seconds before this, had asked me to zip up the Amazon Spider-Man suit I'd bought him that zips in the back that he can't take off. He is now at the top of the stairs, naked, covered head to toe in poop. He sees me, and his instincts, God bless him, is to freeze. In the middle of the stairs. We stare at each other 45 seconds. He's got so much poop, he looks like that blurry picture of Bigfoot in the woods where he's just walking. And then, after 45 seconds, he goes, ooh, and closed the door and locked it. My daughter, God bless her, looked at that, and then looked at me, and goes, that's not poop. So I gotta go check. I'm headed up the stairs. The closer I get, the more anxious she gets.
No! There's no poop! I said, Daddy, don't you believe me? Daddy, I'm your little girl, don't you believe me?
She almost got me. A paint can came down like Home Alone. I had to dodge it. I had to jump over a bucket like Donkey Kong. When I got to the top, there was so much poop. It was in the Barbie house. There was poop driving the Paw Patrol truck. There was poop in her sandcastle. There's poop on the walls. There's poop in the fan. It's industrial level. I think this is an OSHA situation. I don't know. I said that. I just said that to nobody. I was like, I think you have to call OSHA on this one. Get a clipboard, but I think OSHA needs to come in for this. Overwhelmed. I don't know what to do with that. So, I'm going to pass on another good parenting tip. Here's what I did. I closed their door, and I locked it. And I came down the stairs, and I said, hey, I have to go do a show at this festival in Lafayette tonight. And then I got in my car, and I took those 3 edibles that we talked about earlier, and just drove here without a care in the world. My wife sent me a text, why is the kids' bedroom door locked? I ignored it until I parked. And I said, I don't know, but it's not poop. Don't go in there. And I turned my phone off.